Solve each linear inequality and graph the solution set. When you solve a linear equation, you go through a process of steps where you eliminate, well, let me not say eliminate, but you move all of your terms that contain variables to one side and all of the terms that do not contain a variable to the other. And you can use adding and subtracting to move all these terms around. When you get to the end of a conditional equation, there was always one magic number that made the original statement true. The processes that you go through, the adding, subtracting, or multiplying and dividing, those stay the same with inequalities. The main difference is instead of having one magic number that works at the end, you have a whole lot of answers that work. So let's go through this first top left example. We have 2x less than 18. It would take forever to list all possible numbers that you could multiply by 2 and your answer would be less than 18. So the better strategy is to solve for x. So I have 2x less than 18, divide both sides by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I have 1x less than 18 divided by 2 is 9. Now that's a key number in the problem, but it's not the only solution. All numbers less than 9 will satisfy the original problem. So any number less than 9, I use parentheses at my key number. Less than is left on a number line. And so every number in this red interval will satisfy the original problem. Let's go to the top right example, negative 4x greater than 18. When you divide by negative 4 on both sides to isolate x, you have to reverse the inequality symbol. Now the reason being is when I showed you in class, if you take two numbers like negative 4 and a 10, negative 4 is smaller than 10. But if you divide them both by negative 2, negative 4 divided by negative 2 becomes a positive 2. And then 10 divided by negative 2 becomes a negative 5, which is less than positive 2. So you have to switch ends of the number line. Just long story short of it, if you ever multiply or divide by a negative to isolate x, you have to reverse your inequality. 18 divided by negative 4 reduces to negative 9 halves. That's our key number for this one. All answers or all values of x less than negative 9 halves will be in this blue shaded region. Let's look at the example on the left. 7x plus 4 is less than or equal to 11. Subtract 4 from both sides, 7x, that adds up to 0, less than or equal to 7. 7x less than or equal to 7, divide by the number attached to x, which is a positive 7. 7 over 7 is 1x, less than or equal to 7 divided by 7 is a positive 1. That's our key number. So when you mark off 1 on a number line, because we have less than or equal to, that means we have to stay left of and include our key number. If you include your key number, you use a bracket instead of parentheses. The example to the right, 2x plus 10 is less than 6 plus 4x. In class, you guys asked me to subtract 6 from both sides, so that's what we did. 2x plus 10 minus 6, that's 2x plus 4. 6 plus 4x, subtracting 6 leaves 4x. Then, to get all the variables compiled on one side, we subtract those two x's from both sides. 2x minus 2x is 0, so that leaves 4, less than 2x. 4x minus 2x is 2x. Solving for x, we divide off 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1x. 4 divided by 2 is 2. We do not turn the inequality around because we divided by a positive number. These inequalities are easier to read if x is on the left, so it's okay to rotate like if you pick this up and rotate it, the symbol will still need to point towards the 2. So that x greater than 2 is much easier to read than 2 less than x, in my opinion. All numbers greater than 2 are going to be to the right of 2 on a number line. The symbol is not underlined, so we use parentheses instead of a bracket. The example to the left, 4x minus 9, less than or equal to 9 plus 6x. I just recopied it here. I asked in class what y'all want to do. You told me to add 9 to both sides. That's a great decision. 4x minus 9 plus 9 leaves 4x. 9 plus 9 plus 6x, that's 18 plus 6x. Then, because the 18 is on one side, we need to move 6 x's to the other. Subtract 6 x's from both sides. 4 minus 6x, that's negative 2x, less than or equal to 18. And then here it's just something you have to remember. In order to solve for x, we divide by negative 2. When you divide by a negative, turn your inequality around. Negative 2 divided by negative 2, that's 1x. Turn your symbol around because you divided by a negative. 18 divided by negative 2 is negative 9. That's our key number. All numbers greater than or equal to negative 9 will be to the right of it on a number line, and we use a bracket to include the key number. To the right, we have what's called a compound inequality. There's 2 inequalities built into one problem. When you see these, the job is to isolate x in the middle. Now in class, I had you use your thumb to cover up the left part of the problem. So take your thumb or a piece of paper and block out 1 less than. Just block that out. All that should be showing is 2x plus 7 less than 13. When you go to solve that part of it, you subtract 7. Just now uncover, you should subtract 7 in all 3 parts. 1 minus 7 is negative 6, less than 2x plus 7 minus 7, that leaves 2x in the middle, and then 13 minus 7 leaves 6 on the right. Again, temporarily ignore negative 6 and that less than symbol. Cover it up with your thumb or your paper, either one, and all you'll see is 2x less than 6. Divide by 2. Now uncover everything. Divide all 3 sections by 2. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1x. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And that just tells us that all of our answers to the original problem are trapped between negative 3 and positive 3. Neither symbol is underlined, so it's parentheses at each of the key numbers and shade between. Any number in this blue interval will satisfy the original problem. And then finally, we have our last example. Negative 4 less than 2x minus 3, all divided by 3, less than 4. In order to eliminate this fraction, we multiply all the way through by 3. 3 times negative 4, that's negative 12. 3 times this fraction, the 3's will cancel, leaving the numerator, 2x minus 3. And then on the right side, 3 times 4, that's 12. Our goal is to get x by itself in the middle, add 3 to all sections. Negative 12 plus 3 is negative 9. 2x minus 3 plus 3 is 2x. 12 plus 3, that's 15. We're getting closer. Now, to get x totally by itself, you divide by 2. Negative 9 divided by 2. 2 divided by 2, that leaves 1x. 15 divided by 2. Notice I leave these as fractions. If the numbers don't divide cleanly or evenly, I just leave them as an improper fraction. It's totally fine. But once you get x by itself in the middle, you've got your key numbers. Plot both of those. So -9/2, I've got it marked off. 15/2 is marked off. Neither symbol is underlined, so parentheses at each key number and shade in between.